Ding ding. It's time for the Champions League show plus Liverpool. And I'm joined today by my co-hosts, Red Devil Soul and Joey 6 times. Welcome everyone. How are we doing, boys? How are we doing? New settings, new show.
Look, good week. Premier League action. Onto Europe now. City have finally joined the illustrious club.
Feels good to be a champion.
I must remind you why they call me Joey 6 times, mate.
Here we go. Look, the whole reason we invited you to the show is because, like, we felt bad. We're like, we can't do a Champions show without our homies. So, we'll do one and then add Liverpool as well. But use our most successful team in England. But we're coming for that. We're coming for that too. I reckon. Give us a few more years, and I'll be having G Bank 6 times in my name. So don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Good luck.
But folks, this is a brand new episode, brand new show. Yeah, it's a Champions League preview show. We're pretty much going to try to do previews for our matches every week, plus including the Liverpool games as well. We'll pretty much get into it. I'll start with the first game out of our three, and that's actually it goes in order. Man City versus Red Star Belgrade. So they have another name. Yeah, there's not much to talk about. I'll give you some history.
This one.
Listen, give them some respect. They're actually a champion of Europe. They've actually won it once, believe it or not. I think they've won it once. I'm pretty sure they won it around the 70s.
1950.
No. Well, they weren't even the same country. Well, me and Sol were off air. We were talking about it, and I said the same thing, and Sol said the same thing back to what you said. He was like, "What did you say, Sol?"
I was like, 50 years ago.
Yeah, he said the same thing, and then I was like, no, look, it was, but at that time too, they weren't even called that. Like they were a different country then, or Yugoslavia. But look. A bit about them. They're from Serbia. They obviously they topped their group. They topped their league, so hence why they're in. Of course. They made it to I think it was the last pot. Yeah, they were in the last pot. So I think they did it. They went through qualifiers as well. I'm assuming they would because that's what the fourth pots are usually. Yeah. Look, I don't know too much about them. The only reason I knew about that history was because I was like, who the hell are these guys? And same as you guys, I didn't really give them the respect until I was like, wait a minute, they won a Champions League. One before us as well.
They've won as many Champions Leagues as we have.
We're on the same caliber here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're on the same.
Who invited the Liverpool guy, by the way? Anyway.
What?
But no, look, they seem like, apparently, I don't know if you've seen, they're actually one of those, how you see on Instagram and those Tifo and ultra pages and stuff. They're actually one of the big ones in those pages. They always got massive flair, pyro, whatever they call the pyro parties or whatever they call them. They're really huh?
Yeah, I don't think too many City fans will be excited to go to Serbia.
I've seen all the fucking because I'm in all this obviously I follow all the City pages and everything. Yeah. And all the the match going fans and stuff are terrified. There's people that are putting bets dares on each other. Apparently people don't want to go, right? And apparently people are I dare you to go to this game, and if you if you come back without any scars and shit, I'll give you £500 and shit that's what I'm there's all shit like that, and apparently it's full serious. Look, I don't know if they're I don't think I'm old school City fans are, they've been in the trenches, so they're used to the shit, you know what I mean? But I don't know about this new age City fans. I don't know how they're gonna handle it, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be pretty funny to see. But
They're all 12.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Fair play to them. They want to support the most successful team in the world, so they should. But look, yeah, everyone starts somewhere. But look, at the end of the day, it's going to be a fun match. We should. It's at home, I'm pretty sure. So like we should. Yeah, it is a home game, so we should be safe for the first one. Either way, I'm actually looking forward to see what they're going to bring. Like, because usually it's pretty fun to see when you verse a team that you always verse like regularly, to see what their away fans are like and what numbers they bring out and stuff like that. It's always exciting to see. Yeah, like I always like when like we verse.
Be more packed than the Etihad.
Yeah, there we go. Another one. Soul's on fire tonight, even though he's got a shit connection. But anyway, look, I'm excited. It's going to be a good night.
He's got a better defense than his team.
Huh?
He's got a better defense than his team.
Yeah, I got no defense.
Oh God. Yeah. No, look, we move on. But actually, this leads to. Oh no, actually, look, stop. Otherwise, I'm going to keep laughing. I have to be semi-professional here. Anyway, look, we move on. We should win. Like, this is the start of our Champions League, campaign. Yeah. I'm actually kind of worried because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but. We all know this is a somewhat easy group, and I actually have a problem with that. Like I said to you before, because if we, like for example, smash this group, which we should, it's gonna be a bit more harder when we come up against a more challenging team in the knockout stages. Because, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, we haven't versed a team in that level. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
at the end of the day, but you just play Premier League every week. So I'd say a team rolling around in the 6th, 7th spot in England are just as good as teams rolling around in the 3rd and 4th spots in Italy and stuff like that. Obviously, I think probably the hardest matches you'll play this year will be in the Premier League, even if you did make it to the Champions League.
Oh, look, it always is. Like it usually always is. Even I get more worried about when I have to go to freaking Everton away, midweek, and then go versus. Like that literally happened.
Park at the moment. 3 Point Park.
Yeah, 3 Point Park. Yeah, Arsenal have managed to get 3 points. They never do. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's 3 Point Park. But no, I know what you mean. Like I get what you're saying. It is the games and the fixtures are more harder in the Premier League. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes what happens with that is the team can get I'm not saying City will, but I'm saying it can happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we were like, oh, it's such an easy run. We're going to smash whoever we verse. And then let's say, we get example, maybe PSG or something, and then boom, they come and actually give us a game, and then boom, we're fucked, and we get knocked out early. So that's what I'm a bit worried about. But, if we do what we got to do, I feel like we could go all the way. Who knows? Maybe a back-to-back, but we'll see what happens. It's early days. Early days. But yeah, we'll move on. But not to a Champions League fixture. One of the Europa League fixture, let's because we got to include our buddy over here. Joey 6 times.
City won one of them.
What?
Have you won Europa?
No, we haven't won Europa.
Then how many years you played Europa? You reckon? How many times? Been in the competition?
Well, actually, funny you say that. One of my first City games I ever went to was it was called. Remember when it was called UEFA Cup?
Yeah. Did you win a UEFA Cup?
Nah, definitely not. We got to the quarterfinals, and the only reason I went was because I thought I would never see City in Europe in my lifetime, so I was like, I want to go watch them. But no, look, I don't know. Have you won one?
Yeah.
And are you proud about that?
1-1.
Hey, is something to flaunt about? I don't know, is it?
Well, this is the thing, lots of people
that means you're on the same caliber as West Ham, celebrating.
But then again, it's a trophy that City themselves have been in how many times and never managed to get their hands on it.
We haven't been in it much, to be honest. I don't know what you're saying.
Still didn't win it. Still got beaten by someone else in the comp. Nah, look, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's on the same level as Champions League. It's one of them things. If we play good this year and we're going to make top 4 easy, I don't even really care how we go in this competition. But if things are tight and it looks like it's our only route into the Champions League, which doesn't seem to be the case based off the first 4 games of the season, then or first 5 games of the season, I think it is.
First 5.
Like, we've only drawn 1 and won 4, so we dropped 2 points out of 15. We keep up that form, we won't have to worry about how far we'll go in the Europa League. But I think we're playing LASK, Austrian side, come 3rd last year in their league. So again, similar position with City, really. We should brush them aside quite easily.
Is that home? Sorry,
I think it's away.
Okay,
It's away.
It's away, isn't it?
It could be like, I'm not saying it's not going to be super tricky. You know what I mean? But those tricky.
At the same time, a couple of players are going to get kicked. You worry about injuries, and
should probably rotate.
I expect Klopp to rotate. We've got not a massive squad, but a pretty decent sized squad full of some pretty good players. I expect maybe Virgil to come back into the starting lineup. He's not suspended. Trent won't be available, so that weakens us a little bit. I'm thinking Gravenberch might get a start. And I do expect to see a youngster or 2 in the mix. Ben Doak, I probably expect to see whether or not he takes Salah's position or not. I'm not sure.
Would you want to see Harvey Elliott play?
Yes, and
what about that right back played on the weekend?
Right back or centre back, Kwanzaa?
What's his name?
Centre back.
Centre back. Jarrell Kwanzaa. He's like 20 years old.
We got it right. We got it right.
He's massive, man. He's like
big lad. Big lad.
In the first half, I don't want to get too much because we've got a whole show to talk about tomorrow, but in the first half against Wolves, out of the 4 defenders we had on the pitch, to me, he looked like the calmest and the one who kind of belonged there the most. Obviously, as the game went on, that changed, and we did see Kanate and stuff come on to shore things up a bit. But, again, expect us to kind of just stroll over them. But, anything can happen. We could go there not really expecting a tough match and then could get to 40, 50 minutes, 60 minutes and we haven't scored and then things start to get a bit panicky. Let's hope for no injuries. If we go there and we get a very good result, say we whack them for 5 or 6 or something like that, then it puts us in a pretty. Huh?
You started on your left wing on the weekend.
Who?
No, I'm asking you who did.
On the left wing, Jota.
Yeah.
Jota.
Striker?
So we had Jota, Gakpo, and Salah up front. So I expect.
So Diaz.
It's just the midfielder as well, where I think he's going to. I think Harvey Elliott probably will start. I don't know if McAllister will play because against Wolves he got taken off for half time and Klopp.
Yeah, he had a rough one, didn't he?
Yeah, because a couple of things, I guess. I think he played a game at some elevation 2 days before that where they had to have oxygen supply and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a picture of that actually. All the boys.
Yeah, Klopp said I shouldn't have played him, but
Messi had to take a couple of days off or something, apparently.
And he said, he's that good of a player that he didn't want to drop him, so he tried to play him. And you could see in the first half it was terrible. Trying things, it's just too slow to react. So I'm not sure if we'll see him.
Is that one? Is this the one that is his brother's team?
No, I don't think so.
It's not. It's not his brother's team. This one.
It's the other
I don't believe so. No, it's Union something, isn't it?
The Union. I don't know. I know which one you're talking about. It's like Union something. Yeah. G something. I can't remember that name. I don't want to pronounce it. I'll botch it so bad.
So again, should take take the dub and move on. But again, anything can happen. And yeah, should be exciting. Midweek football again, lads. Something to feast.
We're going to have to do a lot more shows now.
Look, banter aside, would you want to actually, like, let's say if you get to the latter stages, right? Like, not now, not the early stages. Who cares about the early stages? But let's say you actually go, you have a good run. You get to like the nearest, like what United did last season. They got to like 35, right? Would you then think to yourself, oh, let's actually go for this because if we win this, we get first pot in the championship.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. And like again, not trying to be bantering, but let's just say it's very unlikely you're going to win the league this year. Like, you know what I mean? So like if you like, let's just say if this is towards the end, like would you be happy with Klopp playing your strongest team in the, like, you know, for example, if you get to the quarters, whatever, but you're still like close-ish in the league. Let's say like not there, but close. Yeah, let's say top four secured. You're kind of battling out with, you know, whether City, blah, blah, but you're not there yet. Would you then be like, all right, let's go for this? Would that be fine? Like, would that be something? Yeah, okay, cool. Because I've seen some people like disrespect it and be like, oh, fuck it. But then I'm like, wait, bro, Seville gets fucking top pot every season because of it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's one of them things. Like, I would play the youngsters to begin with, focus on the Premier League. If the youngsters manage to do a good enough job and get us to, you know, the quarters, like you say, then yeah, you've kind of got to, you know, shift your focus. And I think any team wants to win trophies, albeit sometimes they're not the biggest. Like, let's be honest, there's only two or three, but there's only two real trophies that people playing in the Premier League want to win. It's the Premier League or the Champions League. Like the FA Cup is, and then the Carling Cup, But teams will still go for it because it's still a trophy in the cabinet. It gives players motivation at a club like Liverpool. I think you just, you know, you want to be putting silverware away when possible, just to give everyone a bit of motivation. And, you know, like if we win the Europa League and we're the best in there, then, you know, I guess they go, oh, well, we're just as good as most of the teams in the Champions League ultimately.
Well, Champions League teams do come into that competition anyway. So you know what I mean? Like, because like, you know, the third place teams, like get, you know.
Remember they had the match as well, the Champions League versus the Europa League.
Yeah, the Super Cup.
The season.
Yeah, Super Cup. Yeah.
The
champions of the Super Cup.
People that won the Champions League and then would just say, we beat them.
It's actually, I think I was checking it because, you know, when it was 1-1, I was sitting there, I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to be the team that lost to the Europa League team, of course, this happens. We're bottling those Super Cup as well.
Chelsea,
but no, I think it was the last team. I think then it was Real Madrid or something. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I think it was like against Atletico or something. I can't remember. But yeah. No, look, I'm just asking because, like, yeah, fair play. Like, it's actually, that was actually an answer I wanted to hear because some people are disrespecting it because it's like, oh, yeah, it's just Europa Cup, whatever, blah, blah. But like you said, it's a trophy. It's still silverware at the end of the day. And it gives motivation to the players to keep going. And let's just say, if you do win it, it's a fucking top seed spot in the next league's Champions League spot, which is actually really good because it actually can help you go in long way in the run. You know what I mean? Imagine being like, you know, first in your, you know, in the seed, so you're not coming up against freaking Bayerns and, you know, freaking Real Madrids and PSGs and shit. But yeah, speaking of Bayern, this actually goes into a good segue. Bayern Munich. Bayern, how do they pronounce it? Bayern München. Yeah, München. Bayern München versus Manchester United. Please take it away, Sol.
Tough.
First of all, are you excited to be back?
Excited or scared?
Yeah, excited or scared.
Oh, both.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially at the moment. Yeah, man. Hurricane.
What's that? I think he's got 4 goals now. 4 goals in 4 games.
Yeah, he's popping off. He's popping off at the moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had a look at their matches. they haven't lost one yet, so they're going good. And as everyone
to
knows,
be
my team's
honest,
going
but, yeah, like I speak to someone who watches a fair bit of Bundesliga, and they've said this year, although Bayern Munich have won and they're good, they said there's just something different about them this year compared to previous years where they look
crucial.
They look beatable. They look beatable. Like people are saying they don't look as dominant as they were. Like they're still a good team, still a threat, still full of 11 quality players. Whenever they step onto the field, no matter who they put on there, but they're just saying they've just got a fragility about them. And we all know Bayern have usually been a powerhouse over the last decade, even longer. And I know for people to say that they're looking vulnerable is something that we haven't heard too much. So could be a surprise. I don't think there will be, but
nah.
Bro, if Rashford
at the same time, that's where I think the game. If he can step up to the plate,
Rashford, leave that for tomorrow.
No, I was saying if Rashford can go up against Upper Maguire.
Yeah,
you actually might have a chance, because if you play
then just defensively, that's where I just
don't see play Kim and Jay.
just to rub it in. Yeah.
Kim and Jay and Harry Kane.
Yeah, no, sorry, continue.
That's right. They got it.
It's gonna be a tough game.
Straight up, bro. They're gonna play Kim and Jay and Harry Kane.
No, look, do you expect the results, or do you actually expect something out?
Where is it? Allianz or?
It's away. Yeah, first game's away. Yeah, so we'll keep the like we said, the Prem show for tomorrow, but we lost on the weekend against Brighton, so that's 3 defeats in 4 games.
To be fair, and I'll tell you some confidence, if Bayern Munich played Brighton, I don't think it would be as straightforward as people may think that it would be.
We're playing. I don't think that we're going to get a result.
I don't know, but people are saying, they got beat by Brighton, Bayern Munich's going to roll them, and I'm like, I don't know, man. If you got Brighton on a good day, I think they'd roll Bayern. On their day, Brighton, I think they're the only team last year to go to the Etihad and have more possession than City did in the game. And that's
in the first, pretty much until the 60th minute, and they were it was we were at that point 2-1. When we got 2-1 up, they had all the possession. It was fucking crazy. I've never seen anything like that. The last time I've seen something similar
on the weekend as well.
Yeah, the last time we saw something similar was because even when we used to lose to Liverpool or lose to you guys, no disrespect, it would be you would sit back and then we'd make a mistake, counter attack it and fuck us up. But the only last time someone did that to us was
you usually get a corner, Allison get it, flub it down to Salah one-on-one with the defender.
The amount of times that happened with either Salah or Rashford or fucking was so annoying. Yeah, literally, it's so annoying. But I can't think of the last team that did that. So Brighton can play when they want to play. You know what I mean? 100%. No, look, we'll leave that for the Premier League show.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've just heard that a lot this week. After obviously, getting beat by Brighton, a lot of people are going, they've got to play Bayern next. What's going to happen? And I'm like, man, Brighton are on their day, they're as good, if not better than Bayern.
Well, look, like what Sol said, if you're not expecting a result, surely the other fixtures you'll have to get something out of it. I believe you will get the double over
draw at the Allianz. I'm going to be living crazy, going crazy.
Watch you win at the Allianz, but then get bombed at Old Trafford.
Yeah, probably. I'm not expecting anything. It's going to be a hard game. Harry Kane's probably going to score 2 goals.
Yeah,
the team's going crap.
Would you say if you get walloped in this match, say you just get outclassed again?
We're probably going to get outclassed again.
At the end of the day, though, again, I reckon you will. A lot of people reckon you will. You may not, though. But at the same time, Like, he's brought Ten Hag in to really.
Oh, don't start with this Ten Hag. Come on, mate. You had
I'm
a bad
just saying.
season last season at the start, and you kept with your man. Don't start.
Yeah, but my man's actually fucking proven his credentials, whereas your man is just all talk up until this point. He hasn't really done a fucking thing to make this better. Personally, you look worse now than he's doing the
You say that,
Ollie. But
we lost against 3 good teams. Who have you played? Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle probably whack you and we beat them with 10 men.
You say that, but we'll see when we verse them.
Yeah.
So don't try to talk about Ten Hag when you get with your guy last year.
Yeah, because our guy won as a Premier League and the Champions League. I think 2 or 3.
One.
All that.
Same as Chelsea, same as Leicester.
Right. Sweet, no worries. What's Ten Hag won? And Eredivisie.
How long did it take you to win the Premier League?
It took Jurgen Klopp, 4 years?
Exactly. He's only been there 2 years. We've got 2 more years.
He won't get 2 years. You know that.
He'll be there 2 more years.
All I'm saying is...
No, you're just trying to banter.
I'm not trying to banter. I'm asking, does the pressure build on him if he's get whacked?
It will be.
The pressure will build. That's what I'm
saying.
Don't
try to say Ten Hag out, because that's what you're getting to.
I'm not saying Ten Hag out. I'm not the one
who... You messaged me that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, smirking.
You know what's funny? Yeah, I know. You know why I was laughing? Because it's always Glazers out. And it's been Glazers out for the last 6 years. He's gone through how many different managers? Yeah. All I want to know is just if you get whacked in this game, does the pressure start to get asked? Yeah, well, that's all I wanted to know.
Look, I'm going to have to be one of the MMA referees. I'm going to have to intervene. I've got my gloves on. Look, calm down. I'm feeling you both up. Get back in your corners. Yep, you on that side. You, other side. Hurry up. Calm down. That was a bit of a preview. Let's leave the main event for tomorrow, okay? But look, you both made some points there, definitely. Look, I don't want to get into it because, like I said, if we do, it's gonna end up being the Premier League show again. But no, look, this was just the Champions League show, like as we said, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, look, I think, like I said to you, so I think as long as you if you get dusted up, even if you get dusted up against Bayern, which it might happen. I feel like you're more focused about your next 3 fixtures. That's what you like. Which is like,
when you win the next 3.
Copenhagen too.
Home. You're talking about the Champions League.
Yeah, the Champions League. Sorry, not the thing. That's what your main focus should be. But yeah, no, look, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to just for the Champions League to be back. Honestly, I can't wait. Like you said,
it's probably going to be that's right away.
Yeah, did you just lose there last time? Remember when last time we played them?
Was
it them or
when we played them?
Yeah. The Turk team. That's not why. They got a hostile fire.
Yeah, they create an atmosphere, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, for everyone. Again, but if you go there, you get a good start. You put a couple goals in early, they'll crumble. But I think they got Zaha and stuff now too. So
and they just loaned 2 guys from Tottenham.
They got Akadi as well. I'm pretty sure.
What a fall off he had. He was a great player.
Right. He was a massive. It's because he started dating that hoe. That's why.
Yeah. Because he went to PSG. Well, let's be honest. Like, look at the players that have gone to PSG.
Yeah, it's a cursed club, eh?
How many of them have been successful, really? Like, you've had...
Full think about it. Like, how cursed is it? Like, look what they did to Messi. Look what they did to Neymar. Like, let's face it. Everyone says, like, Mbappe this.
Ramos.
Yeah, Sergio Ramos. Bro, they traumatized Sergio Ramos that much that he went, I'm going to go play for, like, my boyhood club for pretty much pennies. Because I don't want to play for these cunts anymore. That's it. Forget it.
I just want to feel wanted.
Yeah, literally. Like, because I want to feel warmth. Like, you saw it. I've never seen that man shed a tear. Bro's won Champions Leagues, freaking La Ligas multiple times. Has snaps, Salah's legs, and this guy hasn't shed 1 tear. And then all of a sudden, he goes back to his boyhood club. This is the best day of my life. You know what I mean?
Galatasaray have got Mertens as well, and they've got Ziyech. I forgot about that.
No. Use going. I think there's going to be a Champions League show plus Liverpool and Man United from the looks of it. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen. I think like you're going to go into the Europa League as well with this.
You know
what I mean?
And every time I think of Mertens, I just think of that Van Dijk slide tackle.
Which one?
The one where
Which one?
he was playing for Napoli and Van Dijk comes sliding across. You need to see the video, man. You see his whole leg.
Wait.
Like his leg
wait. I think I've seen it. His
leg bends like.
And he had that goofy haircut.
Yeah, slides in, gets the ball, then the ball just bounces up, and then his Van Dijk's just studs and everything. Everyone's going, "Oh, he should be sent off," and I'm like, he got the ball literally like,
he
got the ball, then the ball bounces up out of just out of the picture completely, and then it's like, what's he meant to do? Just stop sliding on a 50-cent piece and just go, there we go. I got the ball. Like he just. But yeah, every time
he did everyone a favor because that guy had the goofiest haircuts. He was a great player.
He's a bit older now, but still, he's a good player.
Yeah,
he is.
I'm 90% sure he scored an absolute cracker volley like last week or something. I don't know if anyone's seen it. So off a corner, they've hit it off a corner. He's on the edge. He's like maybe 10 yards out from the edge of the box. The ball comes to him on the volley, hasn't touched the floor yet, and he hits it first time. Top left bins, man. Like absolute bullet of a volley, eh? Like if he hits that against any keeper, it's going in.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah, from the United perspective, let's hope he hasn't got any more of them in his locker.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm looking forward to that picture. It's going to be that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, because that one's going to actually be a challenging match. You'll dust Copenhagen. I know you will. I can just see it. They're not good. Holland's going to get a hat trick, like you said. Like again, that game
twice to Bayern.
Yeah, and then like that's what I'm saying. Right. Those other fixtures are your main fixtures. I feel like you do well in those, you'll be fine. But yeah, look, that's pretty much it for the show. We're gonna wrap it up now. We're hitting half an hour, so yeah, that's a pretty good time. Yeah, we're gonna try to do this. We're gonna be putting this show in between, the preview show of the Premier League midweek. Also more content to be coming out. EA is coming out, I think, next week, isn't it?
Oh, that's for the early access.
Okay, 2 weeks. Well, anyway, in a couple of weeks, we'll be doing some EA content. Studio's almost in the way as well. So, some new changes are happening as well. Also, tune in tomorrow as well, where, look, you just got a little bit of preview now. I can't wait. I'm actually getting the popcorn ready. I'm buttered it up already. Hoshi's here with me as well. So we're looking forward to it. But
scabby bastards.
What do you mean? What scabby bastards? I'm just enjoying my time. You know what I mean? I can't wait.
Here's skimmed past hammers, so the skinnier teeth, mate.
Doesn't matter. Still 5 out of 5. Still champion of Europe and still a treble winner. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, my friend. And until that, we leave it at that. Look, I've been your host who does the most, and I'm going to leave it with you, my two co-hosts. Take it away, fellas. Say goodbye to the fans.
Like and subscribe, remember.
Yep, like and subscribe. Where to follow us as well. Free Ladz TV. Yep.
Instagram.
Yep. Thank you.
TikTok. Haven't uploaded anything to TikTok, but we've got it now.
I didn't even know this. This is news to me, fans.
We're going to do multiple platforms.
We're TikTokers now, apparently, as well. Jesus.
On there.
Are we going to do TikTok dances, guys?
darling.
Oh my God.
Jacob will be dancing. My team lost 3-0. Don't
make me laugh. It's too late to be laughing like that. Anyway, look, fellas, a great episode as always. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. But yeah, look, thank you as always for tuning in as always. Shout out to Geek World UK as always. Always go love
TV subscribers yet?
He'll be having 500 subscribers soon. So go push him up to 500, lads. Let's get him to 500.
I don't want to have to ask this again.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, there's an ulterior motive. Okay. Nah, all right. Look at it, Rick. See what it is? Nah. Look, again, shout out to Rick for always helping us out for the channel. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace.